Hello everybody, I am Doodle, and for this video I'm going to be doing another gameplay analysis, but this time I will be having Tupie-san in it instead of Dcast. And Tupie-san is a Jack-7 main, and he is a very vicious Jack-7 player. He is very aggressive, and he's very good, and he has very good movement, and all those combinations equal a deadly Jack-7 player. So I'm going to talk about Tupie first and what he's doing correctly. He has good whiff punishing, and he's also very good at blocking lows. It was not easy for me to hit him with down 2 because he blocked them frequently and even low parried a few of them, which stopped my offense. He can be very deadly with forward 1 and down forward 2. Down forward 2 let alone, he throws it out randomly, and due to Jack's range with his long arms, it actually catches me a few times. And forward 1 is a good pressure tool that, if on hit, will give him plus frames like there you just saw. But if he whiffs it, it is very punishable. He has very good wake-up options as well. He does a lot of spring kicks, a lot of low kicks, and high kicks that often catch me, and often actually got the round for him. Later you guys will see. And revisiting what I said about his movement is very good. He will backdash till I whiff completely and then launch me. He is very good with his movement, and that is one thing you need to watch out when fighting Tupie. Now, talking to things that he can try to improve on is using more options after forward 1, because in this match, he only does forward 1, or does forward 1, forward 1, or does forward 1, down forward 2. And those were really the only things that I saw him try in this match. He also needs to try to attempt blue sparking a little bit more often. I believe blue sparking will give you a few plus frames and kind of keep your pressure going smoothly. And also, when fighting him, I only had to worry about mids and highs really, as Tupie had to worry about lows, mids, and highs. He doesn't use lows often enough from this gameplay that I see here, and he needs to try and use them more. And also needs to work on not whiffing so much. He whiffs like crazy. If my punishment was on point, I sadly will say that I don't think he would have gotten a game on me if my whiff punishment was on point. But one thing Tupie also needs to work on is his knowledge of Dragunov. Now, not all of it, he does play Dragunov a little bit, but this string right here, back 4, 2, 1, is what he kind of needs to lab, and a couple other Dragunov strings. But that will get me the first round in that matchup, and what I'm going to do, instead of continuing, I'm going to take you guys to the lab, and I'm going to show you how to beat back 4, 2, 1. On counter hit, it is guaranteed for the rest of the string. The first hit can hit, but the next 2 hits are not guaranteed. But if the second hit hits you, it will guarantee the third hit. Here's the combo regular, and then now that last hit is a high. You can duck it and launch punish, or if you're not feeling comfortable with the pressure, you can always down jab and use power crush. There are multiple options you can do. Now, talking about more things that he can do within his gameplay would be using grabs. He often did not use any grabs. He got me maybe once or twice, and I cannot break grabs when fighting Jack-7. It is very tough for me, and it's tough for other people as well. I know one move is Pile Driver, which would give Jack very good Oki, and that would kind of help him continue his offense. And speaking of offense, when I'm stuck at wall, Tupie often didn't really have a wall game. He kind of just got me in a combo, floated me to the wall, did a wall combo, and then continued to back up. There was only a select amount of times where he would actually continue to do pressure at wall. He definitely needs to work on that. And also, with his flowchart tendencies, such as forward 1 and down forward 2, that goes back to what we were talking about in utilizing more options. He needs to kind of focus more on mix-ups and kind of kick that flowcharty habit with forward 1, because that is a big tool for him. So if he's able to mix up with that properly, that will make him that much more deadly. He needs to work on Jack's crouching game and while rising. Like full crouch moves, while rising moves. I know Jack has a few to keep pressure going and a couple other things. So what all this ties to is I think Tupie should probably go back to the lab and kind of just take a refresher course on all of Jack's moves, because he's using some of Jack's moves and he's using them efficiently, but there are some moves that he could be using that would be better for certain situations that he finds himself in. And I think if he just did a refresher course on him, got all of his options back, and utilized just a couple more moves, he will shoot up to Gimbu for sure. I am almost confident in that. But that's going to cover Tupie's section of the match. I think he played very well. His movement, as I said before, is quite deadly, and it should not be taken lightly. So good job on the matches, Tupie, and thank you for playing me. And now I will go on to my section of the match. So with Tupie's forward 1, which is a big part of him, I kept getting hit by it. Like, he would whiff, I couldn't punish it properly, and I would get launched. And I get launched multiple times, and I'll show you guys later as I cover that. And also with his wake up options, as you guys saw there, he hits me with wake up 3, wake up 4, spring kick. He hits me with everything, and I keep falling for it. I need to be a bit more cautious when people are on the ground, because Dragunov's Oki game isn't really that good. I mean, the most I get while on grounded people is down 2 or a stomp, and the stomp can be tech rolled real easily. I also have a bad habit of whiffing while running too, and since Tupie's movement is so damn good, it makes it that much worse. I will always whiff. I constantly whiff. I need to work on the range of the move when to press the actual button, because it can get interrupted, sidestepped, backdashed. There's a lot of variables to it that I need to consider when I'm using while running too. And speaking of moves that I need to use better, I need to use forward 4 more and more efficiently. It is a very good move. I was actually fighting CC Doomflash earlier, and that move was eating him alive. So with forward 4, I need to keep using that and work on the counter hit combo that you get off of forward 4. It keeps people in check and gets beefy combo damage on counter hit. So I definitely need to utilize it a bit more. I need to quit being Rage Art happy within this matchup as well. I used my Rage Art 3 times on Tupie, and I hit him twice, but the 3rd time he baits me, and that ended up me losing the whole entire match right there. I need to grab more and mix the grabs up more, because that is a big part of Dragunov. That's something people don't utilize enough. He has 3 specific breaks, and you have to guess correctly or be able to tell which hand is coming out. Down forward 4 actually was a key thing in fighting Tupie. It's a good keep out tool, and it was keeping Tupie at range. It would keep him from going further with his forward 1, since I couldn't punish it properly. It was a very good move, very good move, and I need to utilize that not only against Tupie, but against everybody else as well. It would definitely save me some heartache. I need to use a few more strings. I only use back 4-2-1, but that seemed to do the job against Tupie because he didn't know how to deal with it. But since I kind of showed how to deal with it now, I'm going to need to use other strings. And also work on not completing strings, because that will kind of keep me from getting punished from trying to complete the strings, but it will also kind of kill my pressure to some degree. So I got to be smart with my choices. And with my choices, I need better options selected. It's a bit weird. I use some wacky ass moves that I don't usually use, which is a good and bad thing. It's just I used them at the wrong times. With my backdash, it is my backdash needs a whole lot of work. It needs a lot of work, or else I'm gonna continue to keep getting launched out of nowhere, punished out of nowhere. It truly is a mess. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm gonna have to revisit it and look into what I could be doing to improve my backdash. So as I was talking about earlier, Tupie's forward 1 and down forward 2 were absolutely mauling me. As you guys can see here, he hit me again, and again, and again. Over and over, I fuck up the punish, and I get launched for it. I get launched on several occasions, and I was only able to actually punish it once. and all came down to timing of the move. If I did it too early, I would whiff. If I did it too late, he would go under it. So I have to get the correct timing. I kind of have to let the sneak animation go through just a little bit, and then I'm able to actually punish it properly. I need to work on mix-ups a little bit more, because there are times where I don't mix up at all, and there are times where I go mix up crazy, and I need to kind of harness that energy and continue to mix up a lot more, and that would help me much more. But I think that is all that I really have to cover in this match. Tupie played really well, I played really well as well, and it was a close match. It was really close, and I'm surprised I got the win, because Tupie's Jack-7, as I said before, is nothing to fuck around with, especially with his movement. And I want to say thank you again to Tupie for playing these matches with me. I will be putting his channel link in the description below. He also streams Tekken 7, so you guys should definitely go check him out. And I think that is all I have to cover on this match. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I'm Doodle, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Oh my god. Well, you look at this. Down forward two. Down forward two. Oh my god.